BuffaloBrotherhood.com. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Buffalo Brotherhood. This is the BOBcast, our weekly podcast. This is episode, wait for it, 101. I'm
Dalmatians.
Ryan. Sorry, Doug.
Cruella DeVille.
I'm Ryan. Alongside me, as always, is
Mike.
I had a title for you. I was going to say our own No Man's Sky pilot. And
Man 2.
across the table from him is
Doug.
Stardew Farmer.
Stardew Farmer Doug. And
Fu Man Farm.
No, I'm not Stardust Farmer.
Stardust Farm.
Diablo
No.
Bane.
No, I'm the Star Hustler.
He's the Star Hustler. Yeah, I forgot. And joining us as a very special guest tonight for our show. Hey, Derek, how's it going?
It's going okay.
Welcome to the show tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, we are always pleased when you get a chance to stop by. You're also joined by your son.
Who?
You guys are going to have to share a microphone. If you
Who is he?
We're here tonight to announce, Derek, you are the father.
Oh, my God. Daddy? Go away.
But I just wanted to give some clarity in case people hear some off the mic shouting from the side that we were happy to have you both here.
Say hi.
Hello.
There you go.
So you raised a Murloc as a child.
I did.
So we're going to talk some superhero movies tonight. So if that's not your bag, I apologize.
then you shouldn't be listening to the.
If
You
that's
never
not
made
your
it to
bag.
101 then.
It's not
maybe
your
they were
bag,
just
baby.
waiting for the new decade. Whatever century. No.
Thank you, Ike Perlmutter.
Yeah. Thank you, Ike
Yeah.
Perlmutter.
If it wasn't for Ike,
We like Ike.
I'm going to be like Ike.
We got two superhero movies coming out here very shortly. We got some interesting news on both of them. A trailer dropped for one, and the new movie will actually come out
2 weeks.
It will be out 2 days from the time this podcast comes out. So this is not going to be this is not going to be a spoiler. This is not going to be a spoiler cast
2 days, yes.
because none of us have seen it yet. But we are going to sort of talk a little bit about what we are hoping to see. Hopefully, what we hope maybe this will spurn into, and just sort of discuss at rant, but a little bit about the superhero movie phenomenon that still have our teenage dollars and middle-aged men's dollars ripped from our wallets every summer, or Valentine's Day if you're Deadpool.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what we're going to talk about tonight a little bit, and I'm excited to get to this because the last time Derek was on, we had a nice little DC versus Marvel debate, and it was good for the show.
Very civil.
Very civil. It wasn't Civil War at all. Speaking of Civil War, do you want? I just don't know which direction we want to start with here. We have a show.
Take us where you want to go.
Yeah, Ryan.
Okay. Well, I haven't bought XCOM 2 yet, but by the time this movie comes out, I will be playing XCOM 2, and that's kind of what I mean.
All right, Mike. Which one would you like to talk about?
Are we done with
first?
superhero movies yet?
No.
No.
Not even close.
Not even close. So we're all still excited for Stephen Strange. Now,
Deadpool revitalized the fact that people like superhero movies still.
What?
For being a February movie and how much money.
Are you
made.
drunk?
How can you revitalize? Hold on.
not since October.
No, because there was some fatigue going on. People are like, "Oh, I'm so sick of superhero movies," and then all
Who
of a
said
sudden,
this?
No, it's just kind of been a general talk. No one specific.
I haven't heard a single
Who are you
person. Who are you talking to?
The
Derek,
internet.
I'm with
The
you.
internet.
I'm with you, Derek, and that's why
I don't think so.
You think it took a rated R movie to bring things back?
No, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, it was good, but there hasn't been a movie where I've really argued that it wasn't good.
No, not really. But like last
Batman
summer, I was
versus Superman would have revitalized. If there was a law, it would have revitalized it.
You think so? Okay, so Doug is
Batman and Superman.
Doug is firmly in the Batman versus Superman is going to be great side.
No, I'm not.
I think it's going to be good. I'm not going to say it's going to be great, but it's going to be good.
I'm just saying it's Batman and Superman.
Man of Steel has come out since all this stuff started, and it did not do much.
Besides kill Zod.
They killed Zod.
Yeah, and they're gonna bring him back as Doomsday?
I
Yeah,
guess.
that's
Who
what it
knows?
looks like. That looks
So I
like
guess we're
what's
talking
gonna
about
happen.
BVS, whatever.
Yeah,
VB,
what's with the
Vacation
V?
Bible School. I don't know.
Why not put an S? What's the V? Why
'Cause
why go V?
You can't go BVS. You'd be like BVS.
So it's
BVSS. BVSS.
BVSS.
Bible
Beavis.
Vacation
It'd be
School.
Beavis.
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 Okay, let's talk about it a little bit. So,
So Spider-Man.
well,
That's weird.
Anyway, all right. All right. Well, I just thought you'd want to handle the smaller of the two subjects first.
so Civil War. Let's talk
Okay,
about Civil
Civil
War.
War.
Okay.
That's the smaller of the two.
Right.
I
Right.
guess in his
So-
mind it is.
Well,
So
of the current event.
We honestly, at this point, none of us have seen the movie. We know the exact same amount about both.
Okay.
It's true.
All right. So Aquaman.
Well, we can talk about that if you want.
All right. Where are we going?
So Batman versus Superman.
Okay.
So that have been out for 2 days. We already know that Ryan hates the movie.
No,
Yes.
no.
Ryan wasn't
no.
as terrible as
Ryan-
you thought it would be.
Ryan, you have put up so much
On a
distaste.
scale of 1 to negative 1 million.
You put up so much distaste for this movie already that is just. I mean,
I'm prepared to be blown away.
You will be
better
because-
be blown away
You-
because it needs to be It needs to be a 4 out of 10 to
Well,
impress
in his
you.
defense, he did just see it at Sunday at 11:01 a.m. in the morning.
That's
For the
true.
discount
That's true.
senior popcorn and coffee.
Yeah.
How was it?
Popcorn and coffee. Oh God, that sounds awful.
He needs his fiber. Get the bowels moving. That's the only reason he can go at the 11 o'clock showing is the intermission to let you go use the bathroom. You get up, you get the fiber from the the stimulant from the coffee, from the caffeine, the fiber of the popcorn. You get up, you walk, do your lap around, and then you go use the
And
bathroom.
there's only 4 people in the theater, so they know
Right.
when everybody gets back.
Oh, my
Right.
Sunday diet is from now on.
Yeah, you guys
popcorn and coffee.
Popcorn and coffee.
You guys are all just jealous. Okay, so you're right. You're both correct. 100% right. I have
All
not
right.
been kind to this movie coming out. The whole premise of it drives me nuts. I feel like there is going to be a point where the superhero movies are going to have diminishing returns, and I agree with Derek a little bit that I think the fact that a rated R superhero movie did well and that might stimulate some other. So instead of just another Wolverine
I think
movie,
it's going to stimulate something.
instead of just another Wolverine movie, we might get Old Man Logan,
not.
a rated R version of Logan,
That would
Old
be
Man
awesome.
Logan. I'm not thrilled about the Batman vs Superman rated R DVD release. I think
Why does it matter?
mainly
It's a director's cut, though. Who cares?
You're right. You're right. You're right. I mean, I just think that the fact that they've already pre-filmed that side, they know that they have enough now that they're going to get rated R.
I think it's a selling point. I think
I
think
agree.
the rated R thing is going to be just a little bit more violence. That's all it's going to be.
Maybe.
I don't
Or-
care.
Yeah, I mean,
I hadn't even
as
heard
long
about
as
this
they're
till
not,
just now.
as long as they're not, you haven't heard about that
Uh-uh.
that they're doing that. Yeah, they're
Okay,
offering up a
so-
rated R.
so-
So there's going to be a
director's cut
4-hour version.
I don't know if it'll be,
Probably three
it's not Jackson
change.
directing it.
3.5 hours. So anyway, what's going to happen in this movie?
What is going to happen?
What is happening in
Okay,
this
so
movie?
based on what we kind of know, and again, this is a spoiler-free podcast because none of us have seen anything to actually spoil it. But if you're going into it completely raw and you've never seen any of the trailers and you don't want to know anything, well, then I obviously, again,
Well, in the title, it's Batman versus Superman.
okay, I think we're actually going to see a lot less Batman versus Superman than what
Same here.
anybody's predicting. I think we're going to see a very, very, very
First hour.
not even that long.
You
I
don't
think it's
think
going to
that
be wrapped up with. Now, I'm disappointed to see that we have to go sit through another Batman origin story. Which, if they wanted to do that,
I don't think it's
I
going to be
don't-
very
yeah.
much of that.
it could honestly just seeing, pearls dropping to the ground again is more than what we need to know. We
That's
know who
true.
Batman is. He's old man Batman now. Why do we have to relive his youth? Why don't we see the things that he's done since then? Give me a flashback of the Killing Joke. Give me a
Yeah.
flashback of something like that. Don't give me a flashback of Tom and Martha Wayne again.
Right. No, I'm with you on that. I'm sick of
They
seeing
might
that
not.
myself.
Tom was Batman in the Flashpoint Paradox.
Well, there is the idea of the whole Council of the Owls and all that. But there's so much rich sort of. There's such a great tapestry in Batman, whether it's Damon Wayne or it's whether it's Jason Todd
Did
or
you
whether
say Damon Wayans?
Not Damon Wayans.
Damian Wayne.
Damian Wayne.
Whenever I yell at my youngest, even though his middle name isn't Wayne, I'm like, Damian Wayne!
Yeah. But, I mean, there's all of that story that could be explored if you're actually talking about like, origins of Batman or bits of Batman lore that you want to explore. Why do we have to see the death scene again? I don't have any idea.
It's not for us, Ryan. It's for everyone.
If there is somebody coming to see the movie that doesn't know that much about Batman, it's too late for you.
Because they're just going because it's a popular movie.
Are they even doing that? I mean,
yes,
is it confirmed they're doing origin?
There will be an origin of Batman.
It's not going to be that long. I don't think they're going to sell it like that. I think that we'll say 10 minutes.
It's too long.
If it's like Ray's flashback thing,
then they should have gave us a whole movie.
30
I agree,
30 seconds.
and I don't think you'll see anybody disagree with that. Yes, we should have had a.
This will probably be Batman's movie then.
I think it'll be a lot more Batman than Superman.
I think they've already said that there's going to be more
His
Batman.
name's on the front. It's Batman v Superman, right?
That's because it's alphabetical order.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's really the reason?
Yeah.
Well, it's cool,
I don't know. It sounds better than Superman.
It's because
Batman.
Batman's bigger than Superman.
And you never want to think of Superman being versus anybody like that. Batman, it's okay. He's a little more. He's more
aggressive.
level. Yeah,
There's multiple levels happening here at once.
Did you guys know Jimmy Kimmel's going to be in the movie?
I saw that. I saw that skit. But I just can't. Okay, so we're going to see a whole lot less Batman versus Superman than what we're being sold, because we actually have 3 different sort of fight sequences that we already know that was going to be struggle or sequenced. We have Batman versus Superman.
Right.
We have Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman at minimum versus
whatever it is.
Zombie Zod.
I like that idea.
And then there's going to be another fight sequence at the end
versus
Darkseid. I mean,
That's what I'm thinking.
We're going to see that in this movie, which, to be honest, does not bode well for the movie. I think
so they're putting You think they're going to put Darkseid in?
No, I think
this movie.
I think if Darkseid appears in this movie, it's going to be like Thanos at the end of Avengers.
Yeah, you think he'll show up, and then all the other the Avengers, the Justice League, are going to kind of filter in throughout the movie, and then they'll all kind of come together, and that's how they're going to close it.
Yeah,
the fight will not end.
Can I go way out there on a limb?
Sure.
Because if I'm right, I'm going to seem like a genius, and if I'm wrong, no one's going to care because I hate the movie anyway.
Ryan, there are millions of people listening.
All of Iceland. Batman. We're gonna get Batman versus Superman. It's gonna be okay, and basically we're gonna learn that Batman is the smartest freaking guy on the planet. Is what's gonna happen.
Which he is. Yeah.
It's because I mean
he should be.
Superman doesn't need to calculate anything because he's impervious to everything. Batman has we're gonna see like a trap sequence where we're like, why is he doing that? What's he doing that? What's happening here? Why is this? I don't understand any of this. This is dumb. And then as soon as Superman shows up, we're gonna be like, oh, he put that there because of this, and then he put that there because of this, and now he's there because of that. Batman's amazing.
So he'll build a giant Rube Goldberg device.
Exactly, using nothing but 6 simple machines.
To throw a piece of kryptonite out.
Well, I mean that gun he shoots that he catches, that's obviously like a kryptonite. Like that's gonna explode, just like Green Arrow's did.
Kryptonite arrow.
Yeah, kryptonite arrow in Dark Knight Returns. Okay, so then they're gonna do all that, right? And then Darkseid's, and then Doomsday's going to show up. Excuse me, sorry, I got my DC villains. Doomsday's going to show up, and Doomsday's going to sort of win. Is my philosophy. Doomsday is going to sort of win. We're going to sort of have a death versus Superman, or death of Superman in this movie. And it's going to be a big secret, and it's going to blow everybody's mind. They're going to be like, "Oh my gosh,
it just seems like too much."
I know it seems like too much, but then they're gonna the rest of the team is going to deal with Doomsday.
Has he been confirmed for the movie?
Doomsday?
I don't know.
It's something that looks like
the
Doomsday.
toy is Doomsday. If you go to the toy aisle, the rest of the team's going to deal with Doomsday.
Is that Zombie Zod or is Doomsday different from Zombie Zod?
No, Zombie Zod is Doomsday.
Okay, all right.
They're going to the rest of the team is going to come together, and we're going to see them sort of deal with Doomsday, or Batman, because he's the world's greatest detective, is going to deal with Doomsday, and then he's going to leave, and then we're going to be left with this death of Superman. There will be no Superman to save them, and then we're going to end with Darkseid, and then the Justice League is going to have to form to fight against Darkseid, and that's what's going to lead us into our Justice League movie. We're going to start a Justice League movie without Superman. We're going to start a Justice League movie.
Darkseid 2, I meant when I said confirmed. I don't know why you were talking about
Darkseid has not actually been confirmed. The only reason why we think that Darkseid is in the movie is because we see the Omega symbol on burned into the ground, and that could all be part of like that dream sequence that we know that Batman's going to be involved in. It could be part of that sort of.
Well, and somebody said, "What if that dreams?" I don't know if I said this before, but what if that dream sequence is actually Wonder Woman's dream sequence of what will happen if they don't unite?
Could be.
So
I could see that.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Derek. Did I just steal your thunder? Sorry.
No, actually, I'm kind of with Ryan on this whole thing. I feel like the movie, I want to see it. I hope it's good, but I feel like it's just from the trailers I've seen. I didn't watch the last trailer that they did, but I watched the first two and the teaser.
I haven't watched the last one either.
Okay.
You should watch the last. Like that's the only trailer.
I speak of fatigue. I have trailer fatigue.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like watching.
That's the only trailer that I watched. I was kind of like, okay, this might be interesting. Okay, this might be good. I will enjoy this as my Sunday morning popcorn and coffee movie and have a good time with it.
I want to have a good time with it, but everything that I feel like I'm going to sit there and about 45 minutes in, I'm going to feel like it's been on for 2 hours.
I think it's because there's so much ground they have to cover, and it's literally how are they going to do it and do it successfully.
Yeah.
But that's been my argument the whole entire time. They don't have to do that.
Well, I know
just
they don't have to, Ryan.
Avengers is already out. That doesn't
but
mean
they
Justice
are.
League has to be out.
Even if it is good, or even if it is not so good, I think what's going to happen.
Which way is, you leaning, Mike?
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to come out. It's going to be okay. Civil War is going to come out. It's going to blow it out of the water. Everyone's going to go, oh, that was so much better than Batman and Superman.
You think it'll blow it out of the water monetarily or critical acclaim?
Critical acclaim.
Okay.
And then X-Men Apocalypse is going to come out, and everyone's going to go, man, Batman vs. Superman wasn't so bad.
Yeah,
because this was terrible.
Yeah, because so far,
like I really think that's going to happen. Like that's going to be the crap hole of the season.
I keep forgetting X-Men Apocalypse is even coming.
Dude, every time I've watched the trailer in theaters, I'm just like, really?
Yeah.
Man, this looks not good.
It's almost the trailer makes me feel like it's X-Men 3 all over again.
It looks. So
like from the Bible, right? Like they got that from the Bible.
The Bible got it from them.
It almost looks corny. It almost looks corny compared to everything else.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe this will be the nail in Fox's coffin.
Here's the thing with that trailer for X-Men Apocalypse. I know this is a tangent, but like the way it ends is so awkward. Where it just shows Xavier and he just turns his head a little bit and stares at the.
Yeah. He's bald now. Oh crap!
I highly doubt that's in the movie. They're probably just like we're probably just like we need a cool promo shot of bald Xavier.
I just keep looking. I'm like, oh, what happened to Agent 47? That's what I feel like.
So
I just want to be like, oh, it's on now. His hair's gone and he's in a wheelchair.
They're serious this time.
But really, I feel like I'll walk out of that movie going, man. I wish I could go watch
BVS.
Batman versus Superman again.
Well, I will say that Man of Steel to me has improved with time. The more times I see it, the more times I do enjoy it. So I do think that there's.
I enjoyed Man of Steel.
I did not.
I did
at all. I
didn't at first, but the more I've watched it, I've really the second time I watched it at home, I was like, yeah, this is really good.
That's how it was. With
it
me
really
too.
is.
Well, I've never had that.
My favorite parts were Russell Crowe and
Kevin Costner.
The postman. Those are my favorite parts of the movie.
Friend of the show, Doug Fant, we talk about that all the time because I still think that the Kevin Costner part is one of my favorite parts of the movie. And Doug and Fant,
the hand.
And Fant is just like, there's no reason he has to die there.
None.
He could walk back with the girl he just saved. He doesn't have to stop.
I thought he got stuck. He got stuck in the car.
Too, but
his leg or something gets stuck in the vehicle.
His shoe gets. Take your shoe off, Kevin Costner. You have nobody cares that you have webbed feet in this movie.
No one.
He has webbed feet.
Waterworld.
Oh, well, okay.
Sorry,
I meant for real. I was like,
oh yeah, they didn't have to use makeup.
Okay,
that's why he was casted in Waterworld.
So I think it's going to be good. I think Batman Superman is going to be
What is going to be the score? Give it a score. Rotten Tomatoes
Percentage.
Score.
A fresh score.
Percentage.
Is
76.
okay.
But I've seen
Press has already seen it, so are they already given it? Does it already have a Rotten Tomato score?
Oh,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
He said he'd seen something. What was he going to say?
What?
I don't think the press has the press seen it yet.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Give it a score.
Like if we're talking Guardians of the Galaxy being a 10, I'm gonna have to say
percentage.
A percentage. 100% being the best possible score. Like Rotten Tomatoes, Mike.
Okay, a Rotten Tomato score, it's probably gonna get somewhere around an 80
Okay.
Is that critics or users?
total. There's a total score.
Right.
76.
76, so below that.
78.
78. I'm saying 51%. Barely fresh.
51.
Wow.
Goodness. What
Wow.
did X-Men 3 get?
That had to be like 18.
Eight.
I don't,
bottom of the barrel. X-Men 3.
51. Fantastic Four got like 12.
at least it's
Which
not as
one?
bad as X-Men 3. So, I'm being optimistic at 78%.
Yeah.
So I
think I'm low
at 80.
at 80. X-Men 3 got a 58%.
Really?
Wow.
That's very
Yeah,
generous.
Yeah.
IMDb is 6.8 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes 58 and Metacritic 58.
Wow, that is
Are you-
very
are you
generous.
talking about
Did they see the
X-Men
same
3?
movie that I
Yeah.
saw?
That's X-Men 3.
I'm a little nervous about because I looked to get tickets for Superman. I wanted to see like when I wanted to go see the movie. In our local theater, though, I thought it was interesting. The Thursday night, the midnight
Right,
showing.
right.
So the Thursday night, it looks like it's playing in like 3 different screens. You can see it like 7, 8, 8:30, and then it's like 9:30. So just like doing a little math there, if the 7 and the 9:30 is in the same theater, it's playing in 3 different screens, maybe 4.
I thought it's like a 3-hour-long movie.
Yeah, it's going to have to be.
Or no. What is it? It's a 2.5-hour movie, right?
I don't know.
I think it's a little over 2.5 hours. So I think that's
maybe
its
it
running
is.
time.
But then every other night, from even Saturday and Sunday, right after that, it's on one screen.
One?
It's on
2 hours 31 minutes.
It's on one screen.
I bet you that'll change.
They
And
probably
that-
haven't
that-
updated
that's
it.
true.
What's coming out the week after it?
I don't know what's coming out.
I don't think
weekend.
anything's coming out. Nothing big
The-
anyway.
yeah, the next
Something is, and maybe not big, but maybe just a bunch of things. Maybe because it's one of the weekends where there isn't a superhero movie, so everything else comes out that weekend. Like everything, like they're like, oh, there's not a superhero movie here. Do it there, because we're not gonna have a chance anywhere else. Put it there. I think that's probably what it is. I bet there's a bunch of crap
Conjuring,
coming out.
I think, comes out that week. The
Nobody-
week after.
Really, Derek, nobody cares about that
Yeah.
movie.
I liked it.
I did.
I don't know.
I was checking upcoming movies here.
I don't. I have no idea. I mean, the next one after that is Civil War. So the next big movie,
But that's not
So,
until May.
that's
like
May.
May 5th.
right? But
You know what I like about Civil War so far over Batman versus Superman?
what?
Something that's doesn't affect the movie at all, really, but it doesn't. It's colorful.
Yeah.
I like colors.
Well, I think they're doing that intentionally. I think the tones are intentionally different because they want that differentiation between
considering
the two.
it's two superhero teams fighting. Well, it's not.
No,
teams,
not that. No, I'm talking about Batman versus Superman being very dark and very gray toned and very bland kind of looking compared to the colors. I think they're trying to hit that because I think that Batman Superman is going to be a darker film
Oh yeah,
than what
So
even where Civil War goes. I mean, the next dark movie that I think Marvel will come out with is probably Doctor Strange or Ragnarok. Will be darker.
So you have this is what we've said so far. We all think it's going to be around the 80% ish, 75 to 80% mark.
I'm low
So
on that. You
Mike's
guys are high.
more optimistic. We're a little more pessimistic. Ryan
Is extremely pessimistic.
is really in the tank. So they're going to cram a bunch of stuff into the movie. They're going to hopefully do it successfully. You're going to have a origin story. You're going to have maybe a couple battles. You're going to have possibly the death of Superman and the dawn of the Justice League, all in one movie.
Does anybody? I mean, how likely do we think my idea of here that we're going to get a death of Superman? Has anybody heard that before?
I don't think we'll get a death of Superman. I think we'll get maybe an injured Superman.
Yeah, a beat down Superman.
A beat down Superman, but he'll come back from it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know it sounds bad, but I kind of don't care. I don't know what I've tried to get excited for the movie, but
Jungle Book comes out the week after.
The Jungle Book comes out the week after.
Anyway, I've tried to get excited, but I'm just kind of like,
X-Men Apocalypse comes out the same weekend as Civil War.
Oh, wow.
It does?
Oh, it's going to tank.
That's a bad idea.
Oh, it's going to be so bad.
I know which one I'm going to go see.
If I'm reading this right.
I thought it came out in later on in the year.
No way. There's no way that they put those companies wouldn't have done that. Well, Marvel doesn't care. Disney doesn't care.
No.
Disney says,
2
come
weeks,
on.
2 weeks after.
Okay.
Really?
May 27th.
Because it
Still seems awfully close.
I could just Disney doesn't care. Disney's gonna go. We're gonna put this here. You guys are gonna deal with it.
Right.
That's how
everybody's gonna have to position around Disney's franchises.
Yeah, they own it. They're gonna go here. We're here. Do what you want, kind of thing.
Well, okay. So are we done with Batman vs Superman?
I think so.
Yeah. You want to talk about Civil War real quick?
Sure.
So I mean, it's the Russo brothers. You love the Russo brothers.
The last Captain America movie was fantastic.
Yeah. Still my favorite Marvel movie.
And now they've said
Really?
that they've said
Number
that
one still?
Yep.
they were going for
What's
a
that?
political
Still
thriller.
my number one favorite.
Still your
Marvel
number
movie. Yep.
Cap 2?
Yep.
Number
They
1.
were going for a political thriller in that movie. This time they are going into a spy thriller. They're trying to do like an espionage thriller with this particular movie.
Huh.
I mean, if they even come close to what they did with the last one, it'll be fan. And what's his who's the director for Guardians of the Galaxy?
James Gunn.
He said it's the best Marvel movie he's seen to date.
Yeah.
So he's already seen a almost.
I feel like this is going to
final
be
cut.
a better Avengers movie than Avengers 2.
I agree. Sans Thor
Probably.
and Hulk.
I mean,
Probably.
granted, you got two teams, but I mean that's
Okay, all right.
happened
So
in the comics.
have you guys read Civil War?
Yes.
The
I
comic.
actually have it.
Okay. Yes. Have you never read it? Okay.
I read it
All right.
on Marvel, whatever, the Marvel Online.
I did not.
What's their online subscription service?
Unlimited.
Yes.
I didn't read it.
Got it for
Probably
$1.
I need to.
And what was your overall sort of?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it when Steve Rogers jumps on that helicarrier and everything when he's escaping the Trillaskill. I don't know however you say it, everything, all that stuff. Oh, I just loved every single bit of it, all the way to the very bitter end.
I guess I need to read it.
The bitter end, I guess.
That's where I'm going to go with that. I don't want to say too
The
much.
bitter
Yeah.
end.
Which I think the Russo brothers have said that the ending of this movie is different than the ending of the comics.
It's going to be
Which is fine.
controversial.
controversial.
Okay.
Whatever happens.
You're right. I guess they didn't say it's different. They said that it will be controversial. So
some
honestly,
people will really like it. A lot of people will probably really hate it.
and as far as I know, the Chris Evans contract still it ends at this movie.
Okay.
I've never seen-
they've said it at the end of Civil War, or not Civil War, but of Cap 2, after the credits. I mean, they kind of start setting it up for what I'm thinking is going to happen.
I think Iron Man's going to die. In a way.
I don't think Iron Man will die because this is the reason why I don't.
Maybe
'cause
both of
We've had that discussion.
I think he'll die, but they'll use the Doctor Strange, regardless, to
Professor Strange.
to bring them back.
The Eye of Agamemnon, blah blah blah.
I don't think. Okay, it's not going to be Tony, and this is why I don't think it's going to be Tony. Because here's the thing: the Cap has his inner. Okay, so what we're talking about is in the end of the comic books. I'm sorry if this is going to spoil for everybody, but in the end of the comic books, 10 years ago, Steve Rogers died. Okay, so he was killed in the end of the Civil War, and that sort of brought about the end of the Civil War. And then they were able to use Stephen Strange to resurrect Steve Rogers. But in his interim, Bucky was Captain America for a while. Falcon was Captain America for. I think Falcon is Captain America now.
I don't know
if you're following some of the more mainly comics.
It's a offshoot.
Okay, but I mean, okay, but that's why I think it's not going to be Tony. Nobody can replace Tony. Tony is a 1 in quadrillion. He's a playboy,
I know
billionaire, philanthropist.
But that's why I'm saying if they did that, it'd only be for this movie. I think that they would find a way to bring him back.
Which I think, to be honest, that I don't know. I would have said that would take this stuff way too far. I guess Game of Thrones will be an interesting sort of season this season to see how people respond to that level of
a favorite character getting offed.
No, that level of resurrection.
We're used to that in that.
If people will resurrection to see if people will accept a resurrection of a character who was so clearly killed. So I think it'll be. I think we're going to see Cap die in the movie. I think we're going to see him die, or we're going to see Bucky die, or we're going to see.
Well, if it's controversial, then it's got to be, in my mind, either Captain dies or Tony dies. Those would be the two most controversial.
They bring Spider-Man in and kill him.
That would be really controversial.
You can put Rhodey in a just so Sony can't ever use him. You can put Rhodey in a suit and we can call him War Machine. We can call him Iron Man. He can do similar things,
right?
But he can't do the things that Tony can.
I don't think he's going to die.
Cheadle's not as good.
Nearly,
yeah.
I don't think he's going to die because it's shown him in the trailer like, oh, he gets shot down and Tony's taking
off.
So I don't think he dies there either.
No,
they do need to kill some people off though.
I agree. They need to have the balls to do that. Forgive my language.
I don't know.
I feel like it's been kind of just good guys don't die in these movies.
Right. And it needs to be. And Civil War is a great opportunity for us to do that.
Maybe it'll be Hawkeye.
Some kind of sacrifice.
I was thinking that they were going to do that in Avengers 2 for a second. I was like,
yeah, I did too.
Nope.
I'm just, that's all I can go off is if they're saying it's going to be controversial, is Hawkeye controversial enough to be
what's going to happen.
Okay.
They're going to kill Cap, and then immediately the Punisher's going to come in and take a suit and be like, I'm the Cap now.
Didn't he do that?
Yeah.
I say he did that. Yeah.
He did.
No,
I don't think it's going to happen.
It'll be. I mean, they're introducing him to Daredevil right now, so that they can do that. I think he's going to die. I think he's going to die. I think we're all going to be kind of people that aren't comic book fans.
So they're going to Ned Stark him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
all right.
Okay, only if they would have Ned Stark in like season 8.
I like how we're comparing Civil War to Game of Thrones.
Well, I think there's a lot of similarities there with especially now that we're introducing Stephen Strange, because Game of Thrones, people started watching Game of Thrones before they realized that magic was real,
right?
And before they realized that it was it's not just a period piece. It's not just a make believe land, but there are old gods and that's exactly what we're going to get with Stephen Strange at this point.
Right.
We're going to get witchcraft and wizardry, we're going to get magic, and we're going to get all the people whose parents.
We've already got that to some degree with Scarlet Witch.
But she was
mutant. Genetically engineered.
She's a mutant. She's using mutant powers. She's not worshiping the old gods and the devil.
We're not accepting magic, but we're accepting a portal from another land to.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, when that hits, all
that's realistic.
When that hits, and all those parents who never let their kids read Harry Potter start stopping their kids from seeing this movie because it's that of the devil.
What parent is letting them watch Avengers movies but not read Harry Potter?
Because Avengers is science fiction. Avengers has been fantasy. It's never superheroes do not delve into the religious and the occult side until Stephen Strange comes in.
Except when they do.
Until Stephen Strange comes in.
What's Thor then?
He's an alien.
Thor's an alien. No, he doesn't have any magical powers. He just has advanced technology. Yeah. That's laid out very clearly.
Yeah. No, that's
those are
technology.
That's technology.
It's technology. That's
Yeah.
the way the way that it was painted.
Everything so far in the Marvel universe is
No.
either technology.
He even says
science,
as the whole
He
line of
calls on the gods to bring him his hammer.
no, he
It's
doesn't.
technology.
Yes, he does.
When does he call on the gods?
He calls for their help when he throws like. What does he
I don't
say?
remember.
What does he say? He says something in the
I
first
don't-
one when I don't know. But anyways,
No, in
There-
the first one is where it's most clearly like he laughs at Jane because he's like, no, our technology is so much further advanced than yours. It seems like
magic.
superpowers. It seems like magic.
They even say
okay.
that in there.
Yeah.
And that they used to worship, them as gods.
Right,
So
because and then like all this has to change because of Asgardian technology, not because of if
Right.
he really was a god,
Okay.
I don't think all the people would be freaking out like they were, because there's no way that man's competing with God, but man can compete with.
But
anything.
anyways, yeah, we'll get into we'll get into magic.
And I think we're gonna see some outlandish sort of
Strange
crazy-
That comes out
movie,
next
though.
year, right?
Yeah,
Next
Strange
year.
comes out in 2 years. No, next year.
2017.
Strange comes out. Now,
So-
I will say that the standout of the second trailer was Black Panther. And,
Oh yeah,
and
definitely.
that-
or the tiny
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man that crawls on Tony's arm.
yeah, that was. I mean, but we've seen. I mean, honestly, like I feel like I've seen Ant-Man ride an arrow before, even though I've never really seen him ride an arrow.
Doctor Strange comes out this year.
What
November, right?
November.
Oh,
Okay.
it does. I
All
guess
right.
I was thinking it was. That's
I've
cool.
seen a lot of pictures of him.
I
as
bet-
Stephen Strange.
I've seen some pictures of him too.
Yeah, they look good.
You know what I think? I think we're gonna get
Oh,
A resurrection.
the end of the credit snippet.
Oh,
It's
probably,
gonna lead to Strange
probably
since
so.
it's the next movie.
yeah, and I think we'll probably have a res
We might
Steve Rogers
might
by
it
then.
get us a Cumberbatch
A
at the
resurrection.
end of the
That-
credits.
That's my prediction. Somebody's gonna die and they're gonna get resurrected.
Yeah.
So
You gonna go?
Yes.
Okay.
all right.
Hey, we're going to take a short break. We're going to reset up the room again. Derek, thank you so much for being on our show. Thank you
you're
for your insight with the superhero movies. And thank you for being here. Sorry we took your evening up.
That's fine.
Okay. So we will be right back instantaneous.
No.
And we're back.
And we're back. Hope you, YouTube viewers, hope you enjoy the change of scenery. Thought we could-
All two of you.
well, you know what? To be honest, we did really well on. I know we were just in the middle of a strand, but we took a little break, so our brains have reset a little bit. But we ended up getting like almost 100 views on that X-Wing video.
Awesome.
I did the same thing. Now, the powerlifting community apparently is a little more closed off. They're not as open or accepting to new things, which I think was kind of interesting because to even get, you have to have 5 upvoted posts to be able to post anything on the powerlifting Reddit page, the subreddit, the R powerlifting page. So, and then you had to contact the moderator. So I contacted the moderator. I sent him the link to their podcast. I gave him Paul and Chris's names and Robert's names as all people who are competing powerlifters, and that they had, information to share about their sport. We thought it'd be a good opportunity for any new users or new members to powerlifting to be able to check out the video. We gave lots of great new information on it, and if they could just take if they wanted to take a look at it first, they could, and then let me know. And then post the thing. The guy emailed me back and was like, sorry, not interested in solicitation. But then you go and you look at the page, like every third thing is like, these new nutritional supplements were amazing. And I'm like, what is all? So I went through and downvoted all of them just for spite.
Get him. So,
But it was annoying. I should have been able to post that
Right.
video there. That was a positive video about powerlifting.
Yes, it was.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. All right, I won't talk about it. And then the scouting thing, we had all kinds of issues audio wise, so I just now got those posted on YouTube tonight or a couple of days ago. Would have been 2 weeks ago from the time people are listening to this. So, but I have not posted them on this our scouting Reddit yet, but I will do so here shortly.
you want to talk about the other 2016 movies?
Let's talk about some of the other 2016 movies. Obviously,
I
those-
finally saw Deadpool.
Okay, you finally saw Deadpool, so we've all seen Deadpool now.
Very good.
Silver Dome of Civil War.
Let's talk about Spider-Man before we move, because I want to talk about Spider-Man before we move on. Okay. So
Spider-Man was in it for a second.
Spider-Man was in it. I paused it a lot to look at Spider-Man, to look at all the different aspects of Spider-Man's suit. I was excited to see that he had real web shooters, real web shooting technology. His eyes did move, and there's almost like a whirring sound when you hear his eyes move. And then he had a belt with web shooting canisters. Okay, the part
there's a whirring sound when his eyes move.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're not familiar with the Civil War storyline, let me sort of get you caught up on that a little bit.
Okay, tell me about
Peter Parker was on the fence.
Right.
The whole beginning part of the Civil War, as I remember and I recall, was sort of a narrative through Peter Parker's eyes. Like, he was on the fence. He wasn't sure whether he was going to go. Maybe that was Civil War Spider-Man. Maybe it was his own book, because they all had their own books at the time that all was leading to Civil War. So he was on the fence either way. He didn't know whether to go. His heart was with Cap, because he has a secret identity and because he didn't want to do Superhero Registration Act. But sort of he was growing up, and him and, they were thinking about starting a family, and like he was going to have to become more legitimate with his powers if he was going to continue like this lifestyle.
Right.
And Spider-Man has always been attracted to like the Avengers lifestyle, to just be able to be a superhero full time and not have to worry about how you're going to pay your rent or whatever.
Right.
So in the comic book, what eventually happens is he sides with Tony Stark, and then Tony Stark rebuilds him his Spider-Man suit. And then you got that really sort of metallic Spider-Man suit with like its own jetpack, so he didn't have to rely on. So it was like a half Iron Man, half Spider-Man suit. And that was the Spider-Man that started Civil War on the Iron Man side. So I kind of wonder, Tony yells, "Hey, okay, Underoos." He yells Underoos, okay? And that's what calls Spider-Man, like his secret weapon then, to come out and essentially subdue Steve Rogers. Seeing nice, beautiful, gloppy spider webbing. I mean, it was nice looking webbing, I think.
Grabs the shield,
Grabs the shield and ties Rogers' hands together with it. And you see a few things. You see the web shooters, which look very high tech. You see the belt with very high-tech looking canisters in there, more so than what a high school student, depending on the storyline they're going with Spider-Man, more so than the high school student would be able to design himself. At least that's my thought process. And the fact that he calls him Underoos when he's so clearly wearing a very sophisticated suit makes me wonder if we don't find... If Tony Stark does not find and track down Spider-Man when he's in like his homemade suit. When he's in like his Long John's looking suit. And part of the appeal is that Tony Stark rebuilds him a suit that is more befitting of his character, or more befitting of his thing. So we get some expressive Spider-Man eyes. They go into like original, like 1970 Spider-Man eyes, which is great.
Yeah, it looks like the cartoon.
Yeah. And it gives him some expression. He's supposed to be a wisecracking kid. He's never had expression before. Now he does. I think it's going to be great. We'll see. Surprise.
They're going to do it right. Yeah.
They're going to do it right. So, I thought of the whole trailer, there were bits and pieces of it, like the very boring scene of the five on each side running towards each other. Yeah, we got to have that because that's the cover of one of the comic books, But in the end, like, I again, sort of like the Batman versus Superman, I think we're going to see, I don't know how much of that superhero on superhero fighting we're going to see. I think it's going to get crashed by Baron Zemo at some point because he's the actual protagonist of the film.
Right.
And then, so I don't know how it's all going to shake out at this point. I'm more excited to see that than I am the other one, but it's my own personal reasons for that. But I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, and I'm a big fan of the presentation. I like the suit. I like the black piping that he sort of has at the elbows and at the top of the knees. It's a good looking suit, even though it was totally CGI. And if it was Ryan Reynolds, we all would have been making fun of it. I mean, but it's good. I don't even know that that's the finished product. I think by the time we might even get like a little more texturing on that suit before the actual movie comes out.
I don't know. I mean,
it's pretty close.
Well, there is a little bit of that plastic sort of CGI shine that we see that could be toned down a little bit. But
I don't know. When's it come out?
May 5th, May 6th, something like that.
No, they're done. They're working on printing the films and getting all that stuff done.
I mean, they're
not really printing anything.
almost
They're
into the
just
third week of
downloading
March.
it.
Well,
So
Okay,
a little
maybe.
over a month and a half. Well, that's crazy. A month and a half till
Until
May.
we can go golfing.
There were already people out on the course on
and there's
Monday.
been people out all year.
That's true.
It's been
We're,
I'm
we're
ready.
not. We're not those people.
I'm
though.
ready. I'm going big this year. I'm going to get a membership.
Where to?
I don't know yet.
You need to let me
when
know.
we do our
make
golf.
that decision.
When we do our golf show,
Okay.
we'll announce.
So-
All right. So, what other movies are we going to talk about?
So other movies. This is not in any specific
What
order.
is this? A summer movie preview already,
no, we're just.
or just the last rounding out the last of the superhero?
I'm just shooting through everything that's coming out. So and this is Google's order, so it's not in release date order or anything. 10 Clover Lane just
Well, I
came
was
out.
interested, but now I
Not
don't
so
know
much.
that
Derek didn't have a very glowing review of it.
Yeah, I'll probably wait on that. Deadpool, which already came out, which I thought was very good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It didn't hurt.
It was really funny, really
Very good.
funny.
And very self-referential. I mean, it was just.
Jason Bourne,
Yeah.
another Bourne movie. Hail Caesar.
I already out. I wanted to seize it. Wanted to seize it.
Is it a Coen Brothers movie?
Yes, I wanted to see it, but then it kind of got bad reviews too. So I'll probably when it comes out on Amazon or something, I'll rent it.
Zootopia.
Oh, he's reading it like a sloth. I was
Yeah.
like, is he decoding the word? Is he parsing it out?
It did really well.
Zootopia, they're saying it's going to be fantastic. It's supposedly going to be one of the best animated
It's already
Disney
out.
movies.
Yeah.
Did it come out today?
It came
No,
out. Well,
can't-
by the time this recording comes out, it's been out a month.
Yeah, it broke all the records, like almost $80 million. Its opening weekend.
Oh, wow.
It beat Frozen and
Yep.
everything else. So
Wow. X-Men Apocalypse, which was going to be terrible. Suicide Squad.
Okay, we could talk about this for a minute. It's really going to depend on Batman versus Superman, because if Batman has a pretty substantial role in Suicide Squad, or any sort of role whatsoever, it's going to depend on the carryover we have from Batman versus Superman.
if Batman versus Superman does well, has a good story, there'll be interest in it. If it
Right.
totally tanks, then I think their whole franchise.
Suicide Squad should have been a Netflix thing.
They invested a ton of money into it, though. I mean, my thing is,
I know, but what I'm saying,
Nobody
they should have made it a
knows-
series.
nobody knows Suicide Squad.
Right.
That's why they should have made it a series.
Nobody's interested. I mean, I would say, but then again, you said really nobody knew Guardians of the Galaxy either.
Right.
And those two franchises to me are pretty much on par. I
After
don't
the last trailer, it renewed my interest some more in it. I like the last trailer better than
I don't
the one
like
before.
bad guys, so I'm not interested.
Finding Dory.
Eh.
Yeah, kids will see it, but I don't like Ellen DeGeneres anymore either. So it's
Another stinker, Rogue One.
Oh, whatever.
Gonna go see that.
Whatever.
Ghostbusters, which
No.
we spoke about earlier.
Trailer looked terrible.
Yeah, and the trailer lies, from what I
Just
understand.
it lies.
It says 30 years ago, 4 scientists, and then it kind of cuts into this story.
Yeah, and it's
Come
a
to find out,
completely
it's
different universe.
Completely different universe, not
Yeah.
even connected. Like, that statement is irrelevant.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you
and
know
even the
okay.
jokes that they showed in the trailer, it
Okay,
was
but
just the same.
here's a little bit of something I read earlier 2 weeks ago.
And this has nothing to do with it being an all-women cast. The trailer, it just looks
the
dumb.
the one lady in the movie who looks like she should be played by Melissa McCarthy was actually supposed to be Melissa McCarthy. She was
That's not Melissa McCarthy.
It was written with Melissa McCartney in mind, and Melissa McCartney read the script and read the story, and
That's not her?
and turned it down. No,
Who is it?
I don't remember what her name is.
I thought that's who it was.
Lena something. I'm not sure.
I thought that was Melissa McCarthy.
I don't know. I actually, I don't even know if I watched the trailer completely.
You should at least watch the trailer.
I think maybe I watched it but couldn't hear it or something. I don't know. Anyways, Doctor Strange, of course, gonna be good.
I think it will be.
Yeah.
I think it has the potential to be the best superhero movie of the year.
It's got the bumper patch in it.
So
I'm just saying, it's got the bumper patch, so it's going to be pretty good.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I still haven't seen Ant-Man, so who am I to say?
It was good.
Really?
It's not that I don't want to see
watch it with Noah.
Noah's already seen it.
Jules loved it.
Why didn't you watch it then?
He went with his grandmother and watched it in a theater. and
Jules thought it was fantastic.
Isn't it? It's out.
but it's not on Netflix or anything yet, so I have to pay to see it.
Yeah, pay like the $4 to
I
rent it.
would. I just don't have. I just haven't had the
Or
time.
the dollar.
Okay,
or
so
whatever is on
here's the thing.
Redbox.
Here's the thing. It was like you can either rent. You can either rent. You can either rent Ant-Man or you can rent The Martian. Which one did? Which one?
I like The Martian.
Ant-Man.
I watched The Martian.
Ant-Man.
You're saying it's better than The Martian?
The Martian should have never been up for Best Picture.
Did you like The Martian?
It was okay.
I thought The Martian was awesome.
it was
I liked it.
okay.
I liked it.
It makes me want to send people to space. It's like this is what Apollo 13 will be. Let's go.
Matt
Let's
Damon's
get
just
there.
he annoys me a little
I
bit.
like Matt
He
Damon.
does.
Matt Lauer, though. It's
Yeah.
not as annoying as Matt
I'm
Lauer.
gonna go-
I'll
I'm
start
gonna-
cursing, and I
I'm
don't
going to go
start
see
cursing.
Jason Bourne just for Matt Damon now.
See that? I've never watched any of those movies.
The
Yeah,
Bourne?
Not a
they're
single one of
bad.
them.
I
They're
watched
not
the first two.
I
Actually, I think the second one was better than the first
I like
one.
the Jeremy Renner one that was out. I like.
The next movie, you guys will probably go see this. I probably won't. The Perfect Match. I don't know.
What?
Looks like a dating movie.
All the two of us because that's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Divergent series,
Nope.
Allegiant.
Don't care.
No, I read those books though.
Star Trek Beyond.
The trailer did not look appealing.
No, it didn't. And it kind of... I will probably go see it in theaters, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what this movie's about, but it's a Disney movie. The BFG.
That is a Ronald Dahl story. The guy that wrote like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and so forth.
Yeah.
BFG is probably my favorite of his books.
Can you
it's
tell me
about
what it stands for? I
Yeah.
see the giant.
big, friendly giant.
Friendly. Okay.
Not the BFG that we think of.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where we were going with that,
Yeah,
but
no problem.
I think it'll probably do okay.
Well, I mean, it's Spielberg.
So
Independence Day Resurgence.
Nope.
part of me just wants to go see it for nostalgic reasons, but
That's what they're hoping to do,
Yeah.
Doug. Don't do that. This is kind of what we talked about last time with Derek. That I feel like there's going to be these movie universes that we know that are opened up and expanded upon, hoping that people will go see it. It's Prometheus. We're going to make a movie in the alien universe that doesn't have anything really to do with aliens.
I like
Yeah,
Prometheus.
that's a bad example, though, I think. 'Cause,
Really?
I mean, it does have to do with that storyline because it connects to it, but
That's not the way-
Ridley Scott.
That was not the way they wrote it. They wrote it that it was not an alien sequel.
Prequel.
That was how it was marketed. It was not an aliens prequel. It was not an alien story.
but it is.
But it very much is.
Right. I liked it, so
Yeah. Zoolander #2.
Nope.
it tanked. Absolutely.
Is it?
tanked?
It's already out?
Yeah, it made like $5 million its opening weekend. Just something.
Way to go,
Oh,
Ben
wow. 24% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
Stiller. Way to go, Ben
Wow.
Stiller.
total tank.
Dirty Grandpa. I guess that's already out, probably.
Yeah, I think.
Didn't do well. Ooh, even worse. 11%.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, that's like Batman versus Superman territory.
London Has Fallen.
It's
no,
out.
it's out.
It
I
is.
think it came
Yeah.
out last weekend.
Man.
I love it. I love it because Zootopia took all that stuff.
26%.
Because Zootopia took all those records, like the trailer now for London Has Fallen is like #1 action movie
Right.
yeah.
Right.
in the
Warcraft.
U.S.
Yeah, I'll go see it.
Warcraft.
I don't know.
I'll go see it. You're gonna go see it.
I don't know. I think it just looks so
He
bad.
didn't go see Ant-Man. I don't think he'll go
We're
see
gonna
Warcraft.
go see Warcraft.
I think it looks so bad.
We're on the Friday night.
It looks
we're gonna go
so
see it.
bad.
The Fifth Wave.
Nope.
Nope. Looks stupid.
Read the book, though.
Kung Fu Panda 3.
Nope.
Nope.
The Nice Guys.
That's already out. Kung Fu Panda 3. That looks like that might be okay. The Nice Guys.
What-
Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. That looks like it might be okay.
I need my notebook fix.
13 Hours. The Secret Soldiers.
That's the Benghazi guy, isn't it? Isn't it the
When-
Benghazi?
Yeah,
movie?
that's already out.
Yeah.
That's
How did
coming
Oh,
that
it
do? Did anybody ever see it?
I-
It has a 51%.
Yeah, I don't think it did that great.
But okay, here's my question. Like, I don't know enough about Benghazi to know what really happened. I thought they all were killed, but
They
apparently
they were.
No, some of those guys came home.
The Marines didn't. They all got killed.
Oh, man, it just keeps getting better and better. The Forest, 9%.
That's that creepy Japanese.
Based on the real suicide forest.
Right.
I don't even know.
There is a forest in Japan that has cameras on it now because so many people have went out to this forest to commit suicide.
Why?
Because that's where people go to kill themselves.
So why are they videotaping?
Because they're trying to stop people from committing suicide in this forest.
But if that's what people want to do.
Okay, everybody wants
I'm just saying it sounds like a cultural, ritualistic thing.
Well, killing yourself, seppuku there or whatever.
Seppuku,
whatever.
Seppuku.
Everybody wants some. I don't know. 999.
Now I would see that
already
just
came
because
out.
I feel like I already know how it ends.
54%. These movies have not been doing good. The Boy.
Okay, so if it's not a superhero movie, nobody goes to see it.
Right.
The Boy, 32%. It's got Maggie from Walking Dead in it.
Oh, that's the one about the doll.
Oh,
She's babysits the doll or whatever.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot with Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
How to Be Single, woman movie.
Is that with Tina Fey as well? And Amy Poehler?
I think so.
Yeah. Ride Along 2. Any of you?
Right. Well, I saw the first one. I guess I have to complete the set.
Oh, okay. The Huntsman, Winter's War.
Nah.
That's a continuation of the.
It's a prequel.
It's a prequel to the Cinderella movie?
Yeah.
Gods of
Snow
Egypt.
I guess it's a prequel. I don't know.
Gods of Egypt.
It has
Already out.
It has Jamie
tanked.
Lannister in it.
13%.
It tanked. It was terrible.
13%.
So I want to look up. Okay, so while you're doing that, I'm going to look at Metacritic just to see what movies are actually doing well.
The Finest Hours. I kind of want to see that. That's the movie with the ship. They go back to save the guys. It's got Kirk.
Oh yeah, already out.
New Kirk in
Didn't
it.
do that well.
Oh, 62. That's actually pretty good.
Well, I mean, monetarily, it
for
didn't do that well.
2016 non-superhero movie standards, 62% is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, comparably to what we've
Apparently,
been
you
pulling up.
cannot go to Metacritic on an iPhone, or you just keep getting ads about that you want another iPhone.
Mona. I don't even know. It looks like a CG.
So basically, just a lot of movies that nobody really cares
Fantastic
about.
Beasts and Where to Find Them.
That'll be a movie that does well.
Ice Age.
When does that come out?
Probably December. That's when all the Harry Potter movies came out.
Is it going to go up against Rogue One?
And will win.
November 18th. It's going to go
Really?
against November 18th. It comes out the week after.
So a
Strange.
few weeks before. That's going to be some tough territory for the HP fans.
Ice Age Collision Course.
Mm.
The Purge election year. Saw this trailer with
Yeah.
Deadpool. Man, that looks awful.
Have you seen any of the Purge movies?
I
No.
have not.
You should watch them.
Nope.
They're very entertaining.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm sure I'll have to see it. I'm sure I get to see it.
I'm going to skip some of these. My Big Fat Greek Wedding, Passengers, Midnight Special.
Yeah, just read the ones that we actually would care
Keanu,
about.
The Brothers Grimsby,
Nope.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
The ad for it was on Star Wars. That was the Japanese, the animated Japanese looking one. It looked neat.
And then La La Land, whatever that is. There was another trailer for a movie that looked awful at Deadpool, and it's not listed here. It was a first-person.
The first person shooter.
Like a first-person shooter
Yeah, that
movie.
was the one that he was talking about. Something
Man, it was making me sick watching it.
Hardball Harry, or what was it called?
Yeah, Hardball Harry.
Is that what
Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's something
Yeah.
Harry. Comes out this month or next month.
Hardcore Harry.
Hardcore, right?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's basically like a first person shooter.
Henry.
Hardcore Henry.
It looks terrible.
Yes, it does.
Man.
They were on the McGregor fight. They were promoting it very heavily.
Wait, is it already out?
It comes out soon, I think.
Initial release September 12th, 2015.
No, it's not out yet.
I mean, I'm looking at it. That's it, right? Right there?
Yeah. Is it out? I thought that it wasn't out yet. Maybe it's getting released to DVD. I don't know. I don't know. It looked awful. So
Yeah, but yeah, it has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 89%. How is that?
maybe two people saw it. One person gave it 100, and the other person gave it a.
Let me go and look and see how many reviews that is. That is of it used to tell you nine critics, 2 top critics, so 9 people. Billed is the first ever action movie filmed entirely from the hero's first-person viewpoint. Hardcore blasts along like a supercharged computer game shoot 'em up, bursting with sick humor and splatterpunk violence. But the guy never says anything. It is a first-person shooter game that you're not playing. It's a what do you do?
It's a let's play.
It's a let's play.
It looked awful.
I wish we could have talked to Derek about it because he seemed to have some pretty strong opinions.
Yeah, he thought. I think he said it would sound pretty good, but
I don't know. So basically, there's 5 or 6 superhero movies coming out this year, and then a bunch of other stuff that nobody cares about.
It's going to be hard to make me go to the theaters and not see a superhero movie in the next
weird
few
thing
years.
is I have a 10.
Well, what ones are you going to go see?
I'll go see Batman, Superman. I'm going to go see Civil War. I'll probably go see Doctor Strange.
And Rogue One.
And Rogue One, I don't consider that a superhero movie though. There's a tier above superhero
right,
movie.
but you're going to go see it
that
in the
would
theater.
be the only Star Wars movies are the only movies I'm going to see that probably aren't superhero movies. I won't go see X-Men Apocalypse unless you go see it
and it's like
and
phenomenal.
you're like, oh man, you got to go see this movie. I'll go, yeah, okay.
Even then, though,
Ryan, what are you going to see in the theater?
Even then, though, I'd be like, okay, well, then when it actually comes to DVD, I'll watch it. Because at this point, I won't even do that.
What are you going to see in the theater, Ryan, besides Warcraft?
Oh, I might go see Warcraft with you guys.
It's tough.
I'm paying for your ticket to see Warcraft.
Well, then I guess I'm going to go because if I don't have to give them my money, I will see Batman vs Superman in the theater. I talked to Doug Fant. We tried to align our schedules a little bit.
When are we going to see it?
I don't know because it's hard to say. That's the weekend of spring break for me, and my wife took off the last half of the week, so I know that Thursday's probably out because that'd be like the one day we could go to the Children's Museum or something like that.
Star Trek, I'll go see probably.
So,
you go Thursday.
But I will see it that
night.
weekend.
Is it Thursday night the opening, or is Wednesday night the opening?
I don't remember.
It probably has a Thursday.
I think it's a Thursday night opening. So I will see that. I will see Civil War. Probably take the whole family to see Civil War. I don't know. Maybe
Suicide Squad.
No, I won't see Suicide Squad. I'll probably see Warcraft if that's what we're going to see. I don't know that I'll see Professor Strange unless we do it podcast wise.
I probably will have to go see Finding Dory. I'll probably get sucked into that one.
Yeah.
Might even have to go see Zootopia if it's still in theaters.
Yeah, no one wants to go see Zootopia over spring break. We'll see.
Might have to go see that, yeah.
Yep.
And to be honest with the Stubbs card, I don't mind so much because I don't know. Like when we go see movies like that, I just keep my gift card to go see the movies I want to see. Then I don't have to pay for my movies.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like if Noah and I are going, I like if I'm taking Noah to see a movie, I don't feel bad because I'm taking him to go see a movie, so I'll pay for it. But if I'm going to go see a movie by myself, it makes it a whole lot easier in my mind because I'm not like pulling food off my family's table. If I can just use a gift card to pay for my own ticket.
Yeah.
How many movies do you have? How many tickets do you have to buy before you get a free one?
I don't know.
Used to be 10, but now they lower the price of movie tickets.
Yeah.
So
They did?
Yeah, now it's only 8 something.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, thanks pirating. You helped us.
But I think
welcome.
the food prices went up though.
I don't care. I choose whether or not I'm going to eat. That's
yeah. So
I don't normally. Sarah has to get a water. She buys a water.
Can't you just get water from the machine?
Oh,
the tap?
let's not even talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. I paid $4 for a 32 ounce Dasani.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Can't carry that
Just
one in.
throw one in the purse.
I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to talk about it.
So she is
I
the she how
I
Ryan
appeased
is
my wife on date night.
how Ryan is with downloading movies off the internet. Sarah is with putting candy and snacks in her purse to go to the
No,
theater.
I don't think it's that. She'll do it.
I
but
don't
she
want
just
to take
won't.
from the revenue that's keeping these theaters.
No,
open.
no. She gets
Sorry, I want to follow the rules, Doug.
my wife. Let's not get into it.
Yeah.
But that's not what this episode's about, is it?
It could be, honestly.
About not following the rules.
What are we titling this episode?
I
The let me see the great superhero
Batman versus Superman versus Iron Man versus Captain America.
That's good. That'll work. The Civil War anthologies of Batman versus Superman versus
Ike Perlmutter,
The Avenger League.
villain or hero.
The League of
He's a
Avengers.
villain.
So, okay, well, Ryan's about to ready to fall asleep.
I'm on my button
so
apparently.
He's on
no,
the button.
I apologize.
He's
I
on
hope
the
that
button.
didn't come through.
Hold on, I gotta get the sound ready.
Oh, you're fine, dude.
We gotta get all this
wasn't
stuff figured out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of these days.
Hopefully by episode 200.
By that time,
We've made tremendous gains. There's an audio show tomorrow. You
What
going to the
about
audio
those
show
gains? What
yeah,
those
we're going.
gains?
Well, I have Pinewood Derby. Oh, can I tell the story real quick?
Tell the story.
We had scouts on last week, so I thought this would be appropriate. So we had our scout meeting this week. Guess what I got to do?
Pinewood Derby.
Well, we're going to do that tomorrow. I got to help Josh. So I showed up for our big crossover event. So our Weebelos were becoming Boy Scouts, and that was kind of cool ceremony or whatever. So Josh asked me to come over a little bit early to help make sure the table was set up, or not the table, the bridge is set up. So we're cleaning up the sanctuary, or I'm thinking we're going to go ahead to clean up the sanctuary. Josh meets me at the front door and he goes, I'm like, so what do you need me to do? He said, 2 problems. I said, what's that? He said, well, first, there's a bat in the sanctuary. And there was seriously the biggest brown bat I've ever seen. You know, Indiana has a pretty healthy bat population. The biggest brown bat I've ever seen, just flying loops through the sanctuary.
You throw the tennis ball up in the air with the netting or whatever.
No. What we ended up doing is he called a friend who had a fishing net. I took my sweatshirt off immediately. I was trying to I was going to try to knock it down and get it because I'm not afraid of bats. They're not going to hurt me. I don't think they are. Can bats hurt you? I don't.
No, just aliens.
They can.
Just aliens, right?
They
No,
they can
vampires.
give you rabies.
But I was trying to find odds are it's a perfectly healthy bat. Odds are it's a perfectly healthy
Okay,
bat.
so Big Bat was flying around.
Yeah, so he ran to a friend of his to get a fishing net. He was going to use a fishing net to catch it. I started building the bridge, and the thing just keeps swooping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I get the first side of the railing onto the bridge. I look up and it's gone. It's gone. Like I can't. It's not hanging on the walls. It's not hanging. It's not sitting on one of the rafters. It's gone. It disappeared. I have no idea where it is.
Sounds like a comedy movie where he's looking around for it and it's on his back.
Well, I checked. It wasn't there. So Josh comes back and he's got the net and he's sort of coming in looking. I was like, it's gone. I don't know where it went. I said it was flying this way the whole time. It turned and flew a little bit of the opposite directions. It's gone. He says, well, did it fly out of the sanctuary? Is it in the kitchen or anything like that? I was like, to be honest, I've been putting the bridge together. I didn't go look for it. So we looked around and we're like, well, if it got out, it got out. No big deal. So we have the whole ceremony. It's a really nice ceremony. The Boy Scouts did a really good job. They had the chief there to welcome in, one of the older Boy Scouts there to welcome into the Boy Scouts. And they even had the drum to do the whole drum part to march the boys in. There's a really nice ceremony that we haven't had before to give our Cub Scouts something to look forward to when they enter that. No bat the whole entire time. I thought for sure when the lights go out and the drum starts pounding, boom, boom, boom. I thought for sure that bat was going to take off again. Didn't come out until the very end of the meeting. And then it started flying around again, and all the mobs, man, it was awesome. At first, they had no idea. They're all just talking, and we're like, "There's a bat. There's a bat. We need to get the net. We need to get the net." So a couple of us go towards the front to get the net to catch it, and then there's they sort of what What's going? Oh, this is the fastest the meetings ever ended, man. They all took off. They ran out, but we were able. Josh, I went up to the top and I tried to get it this way. I wasn't tall enough. I didn't want to get like half on, half out. Because I didn't want to start flying again. So Josh got a chair. He got it up, and then I took my sweatshirt back off. We laid it over the top of the netting, and we took it outside and released it. It was great. It was like when doves get released at the end of a wedding.
You know what's funny about this story? A man will work in the sanctuary with a bat flying around right above his head. But as we're recording a show and a moth gets into this room,
He freaks.
can't keep concentration on anything. That moth is his only sight. He's just looking for the moth. Where's the moth? Where's the moth?
A bat is not going to fly and land inside your ear canal like a moth will.
As long as its radar's working.
All right, you can hit the music if you want. I just thought I'd share that since we did have a Boy Scout episode. We could taught the boys how to handle pest control. It was great.
All right.
We had a bird in my chimney.
Oh, yeah. Another one?
Today, yeah.
Today. How'd you get it out? Did you do the same
way?
thing?
The same way we do it every
Lit
time.
a fire, let it fly down, burn it up.
Now, the problem is, here's the problem with our setup is that there's 2 blocks that go up, so you have to reach in there as the bird's in there and like remove one of the blocks, and hopefully the bird will kind of stay in there until you get
light
a
the
chance.
fire?
No, because what we do is we open a window right beside the fireplace, and then we hold up a sheet and kind of aim the bird to go through into the
One of these
through
days,
the window.
that's not going to work.
Oh, it didn't the last time. That bird flew all around the house. We had soot marks in the bathroom and stuff from where it was hitting the walls and
Just was
stuff.
crapping everywhere.
And no, it ran into like 3 windows and just smack. It came in here, flew in here, and ran right into that window. Thought it was going to get out.
Yeah. It's hilarious when birds do that too. When they try to fly through a window that's open or that's closed, just boom into the glass.
It kills them sometimes. A lot of the times it does.
Yeah. Stuns them most of the time, but
Stuns.
Stuns, just like Rhodey Rum, or just like War Machine.
Rhodey Rum.
Just like War Machine will be stunned at the end of Civil War. And all the Superman fans will be stunned when he's dead at the end of Batman vs. Superman.
And how Ryan will be stunned when it's actually not that bad of a movie.
And how we'll all be stunned when we all go see Warcraft together. So.
There we go.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this week. This has been episode 101. You can follow us at facebook.com/Buffalo Brotherhood. You can follow me on Twitter at Buffalo Cash. You can follow the show on Twitter at the BOBcast Nation. You can follow Doug on Twitter at Refried Evil. You can follow Mikey on Twitter at Fuman2, 2 O's, 2 N's, and the number 2. You can follow Derek on Twitter too at Cut Eye Ninja Spy. Right. I did it right. I want to thank so much Derek. He's not here right now for being on the show this week. Thank you guys so much for listening and downloading and sharing those posts. We will see you next time.